name is Ashley Yong. I'm a junior at the University of Missouri, and I am Asian American.
My name is Yishan. I'm from China. I'm a communication major student here in Missouri.
I'd say the biggest holiday that my family celebrates is Lunar New Year. Some like to call it Chinese New Year or the Spring Festival. I was born in Chicago in America, but my mom is from Taiwan and my dad is Malaysian. My family likes to celebrate the Lunar New Year by just being together as a family. We clean the house because it's a tradition to ward off the evil spirits. We hang red banners and things like that outside and around our house to protect the house. And we also like to go to the Chinese New Year parade in downtown Chicago. There's lots of celebrations going on. We're able to join together as a community and see the lion dances. My family eats hot pot during the New Year, which isn't a very common thing, but basically it's just a big pot of boiling stock, and we have different types of ingredients that we all cook together in the hot pot and then just eat it ourselves. I feel like Asian cultures are very collectivist in their eating style, so we share things and we have different plates that we all set out and we all eat from those plates, unlike having our own individual dish. So my mom is usually the one that cooks the majority of the food because the rest of my family is usually cleaning the house, but sometimes my grandma will help out too, and sometimes we'll join together with family friends and just kind of have a big potluck dinner. So one of my favorite things about Lunar New Year when I was a little kid was getting hongbaos, which means red envelopes. And inside those red envelopes would be money that our parents would give us or any of our family members. So tradition is that you will receive red envelopes until you get married. And then once you get married, you start giving red envelopes to the younger people in your family. So it was always great for me because I loved getting money when I was a little kid, but now the holiday means so much more to me because it really allows me to connect with my family and connect with my roots.
My grandfather wrote a few Spring Festival couplets each year, and me and my father put them on the wall beside the door, and we change it every Lunar Years. My parents cook dinners first, and we watch the program. Started at 8 p.m. and New Year Eve. And until 12 we start to eat dumplings. So the dumpling we eat in Spring Festival are not like the dumplings we eat in daily life. We put some coins in dumplings at random. Who eat the dumplings with coins means lucky and fortune.
We also cook a lot of good food, and all of the food symbolizes different things. So there's one food called tangyuan. So that is like a sticky rice ball that goes in a soup, and it represents family togetherness. Everything about Lunar New Year is very much symbolic.
So I've always been curious, why the color red?
Thank you for asking. The color red represents good luck and happiness.
Why do you serve dumplings?
Well, dumplings are a similar shape to ancient silver and gold pieces. So when you eat them, it's like you're taking in wealth.
Ooh. I like that.
Dumplings.
So the Chinese word for fish is a homonym for the word surplus.
And why lions?
They're used to summon wealth and good fortune.
I thought red was for wealth and good fortune.
And you said the haircuts were for wealth and good fortune.
We like wealth and good fortune.
So I love being an Asian American in particular because I basically have 2 New Years that I get to celebrate. So my parents don't celebrate as much the January 1st New Year just because they were raised celebrating the New Year for the lunar moon. So we really get to celebrate both things, but the big one for my family is the Lunar New Year. And when we go into downtown Chicago, we bundle up because it's usually pretty cold, and we just get to be around really like-minded people that share our culture, and that is really an amazing experience for me because being away at college here at Mizzou, I don't get a lot of exposure to that anymore, so when I get to go home and spend that time with my family, it really reminds me of who I am and where I come from, and that's a really comforting thing.
So why dumplings mean special for me? This kind of food means much to me because it conveys the meaning of reunion. In my family opinion, Spring Festival is the most important festival in a year, no matter where all family members are. When Spring Festival comes, we are trying to come back to home and celebrate this festival, which means reunion. When I was in high school, I studied at the other province, so I can only come back home twice a year. Every time I came back, my mother would make the dumplings by herself. Every time I eat dumplings, I feel home that contain love. Now I study at American. I cannot go back home. However, my friends and I try to make dumplings by ourselves. Those dumplings we made might not that delicious, but eating dumplings made us feel warm and feel home when we are at foreign countries.